Why LAX's $30 billion upgrade isn't enough to fix the airport's traffic. Well, that's good to hear. I already fucking hate going to LAX. So now we're going to have a $30 billion construction that lasts 6 years and then it doesn't fix it. I almost want to watch it just to see what the plan. Actually, this doesn't matter to any of you. Don't hate me. I got to know.
These are the 10 busiest airports in the world.
I got to know.
But these 9 airports are all hub and spoke with lots of connections. And only one airport on the list, Los Angeles International, is an origin and destination airport. Most LAX passengers start or end their journey here, ultimately leading to one thing: traffic.
Well, that's stupid.
See all these planes everywhere around the terminal? Those planes all have hundreds of people. But a car maybe has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. So you have a mismatch between the number of people that need to get in through here and the number of people that are going to be
seems
getting
obvious.
on planes.
This mismatch.
Bro, I've spent many hours of my fucking life where you have to go here, but you're here. And you're just stuck in wall-to-wall traffic all the way around this corner, all the way to here. It's so fucking stupid. You can't walk, by the way. There's no like walkable spot. You have to sit here, usually in an Uber where the price racked up, and just fucking all the way around.
Is limiting LAX's ability to expand.
So what I do now, because I got a little bread, is I stop here, I get on a private jet, and I fly from here to here with Taylor Swift. Me and T-Swift get on a private jet, and we fly right over here, and then I'm at my destination. It's actually really cool. Why doesn't everyone do that?
But the airport is on a $30 billion mission to modernize. So, we asked an airport transit expert to explain what it would take to fix LAX. This is a core problem.
By the way, the problem is so bad here, by the way. When you arrive in LAX, you can't call an Uber. It's blocked. You have to get on a bus that, again, goes through all the traffic all the way around here, all the way over here, over to this lot, which is a parking lot a while away, where then you can call an Uber from there. Because of the taxi lobby? No, you can't get a taxi here either. Taxis are also here. You can't call an Uber, you can't call a Lyft, you can't get a taxi. You cannot call any rideshare from when you land. You have to get out, get on a bus, take the bus to this parking lot, and then call it from there. The taxis are there, the Ubers are there, the Lyfts are there.
Problem for LAX. Its shape.
The horseshoe, as it is known, is what people tend to dislike most about LAX.
The airside, with all the planes and runways, is over here. And everything before security, with people getting to and from the airport, is on the landside. LAX has a landside capacity problem.
LAX in many ways is the worst of both worlds because it lacks a good public transit alternative and it does not have sufficient roadway space to accommodate demand.
Yeah.
About 95,000 vehicles enter LAX every day.
LAX essentially has 3 access points by vehicle. First thing you notice about these, right, is that they're all kind of running into each other pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And once you're in the horseshoe, the type of traffic movement exacerbates congestion.
People are not just moving forward. They're constantly going from side to side to try to get to the curb, to drop people off, and then out of the curb. And they're parked at the curb or double parked at the curb.
And while these shortcuts here were meant to expedite the route for travelers
They don't
going
work
to
at
the
all.
farther
They don't work
terminals,
at all.
they can also exacerbate that side-to-side traffic.
It's actually fucking Beelzebub himself couldn't have designed it worse. It's actually miserable. It's actually fucking, it's literally Satan's asshole. It's so stupid. It's so fucking stupid. You could be right here just stuck and shit is just not moving. Good thing you showed up 3 hours early for your fucking flight because you're going to be fucking stuck.
So you see there's 2 lanes of traffic that are coming in on this crossover route, and those lanes are feeding directly in to the lanes of traffic on the horseshoe that are the least congested in a relative sense. Now you're slowing down all of these cars, and that's one of the reasons that the crossovers actually wind up hindering traffic probably as much as they help it.
And because of the side-to-side traffic movement, adding more lanes wouldn't do much to alleviate congestion. So
we don't know until we try. Let's fucking toss a couple lanes in there and we'll figure it out first, okay? I would hate for us to give up on a good idea without even trying it. And what would be great, God, I would hope to show up for my flight and there's just a huge wall of construction right here, bogging this down to a single lane. That'd be my fucking dream. Woo, baby. Please, God, do fucking 16 months of construction to add a lane. Oh my God, I would just cry with joy.
So instead, the goal is to stop cars before they get into the horseshoe, with something like the roughly $3 billion People Mover. Opening in 2026, LAX's People Mover is essentially a train to move passengers in and out of the...
Dude, America hates trains so much, we have to call them People Movers. This video video's making me crash out. I don't know why I'm getting inflamed, dude. Why the fuck is it called a people mover? It's a fucking train or a light rail or a... What is happening? People mover?
Let's say you came in.
A car is a people mover. Anything's a people mover. A skateboard's a people mover. It's a fucking train. I'm tearing up. This is so frustrating. This is so frustrating because I plan to live in LA for a long time. And it's like I'm gonna have to deal with this for the rest of my life because no one can fucking figure out how to fucking make an airport work the way they do in Seoul.
At the station by vehicle, you then get on the people mover and it will go this way. And you can have a stop here for those terminals, stop here, stop here.
The people mover will run straight down the center rather than around the horseshoe, with pedestrian walkways on either side.
Just fly out of Burbank, it's so much nicer. I'm gonna ban you and hide that information. Yes, I do fly out of Burbank. I don't want anyone else to know about it because if it fucking gets crowded, then I'm gonna kill myself. Okay, so shut up. Don't say another damn word about Burbank, you snitch.
Connecting to the terminals.
So the question is, how many people are going to choose to drop off here versus taking people all the way in?
To incentivize passengers to take the people mover, Joshua would implement congestion pricing on the roadway.
And that in turn reduces the demand for traffic within that area. And that means that the cars that do go in have a much smoother and faster ride.
But construction for the people mover reduced LAX's roadway capacity, so the airport needed a stopgap solution. That's why it turned this parking lot near the entrance into a rideshare lot called LA Exit. Travelers can take a rideshare or taxi into the airport.
This is what I'm talking about.
But when you leave the airport, you have to somehow get to this area to pick up a rideshare vehicle or a taxi. Hence the name LA Exit.
The idea was to move almost all of the arrivals rideshares out of the horseshoe entirely. Travelers coming from the end terminals can walk along these paths.
Yeah.
Not the greatest experience. A lot of these pathways aren't well marked.
No, miserable experience.
Walking along construction sites,
miserable experience.
You can get there.
But for travelers coming from any of the other terminals,
it becomes a much more cumbersome effort, especially from these guys right here, right? Because these are the furthest away and there's no clear path to them.
Shuttle buses with dedicated lanes help shorten the trip. LA Exit has reduced traffic in the horseshoe by 15% compared to 2019. But LA Exit was not meant to be a permanent feature. Ultimately, the lot may become a new concourse. And Joshua says you'll only really reduce traffic in the horseshoe if there's another viable transit option. Like if LAX expanded its bus service to drop off at key places around the city, or something even bigger.
My dream scenario would be multiple access methods by mass transit into the central area that are all a short walk, therefore, to the terminals.
Making it easier for more people to get here will also help as LAX looks to increase its capacity on the airside, like with that new concourse that could replace LAX.
I wanted a solution, not communism, you fuck. I don't want public transit. I didn't want fucking Karl Marx to carry me in his fucking chariot to my airport. I wanted a solution that actually works. No, I agree that would be awesome to have. The real problem is that, like, the greatest airports I've been to all have a city with great public transit, like Seoul or Tokyo. You know what I'm saying? So you're already using the subway to get around the city, and it also takes you to the airport. It's fucking awesome. In LA, it would be building a subway to go to a parking lot. That would be the only thing you're doing, which would still be better because then we could all park there and then take it and it wouldn't be so congested. It would still be better, but it's like not the same. It's still a pain in the ass.
If you add more flights to LAX, even though you can accommodate them with the runway space and taxiway space that you have, you're adding to the congestion on the land side.
Some airport layouts are more flexible. Take Atlanta International.
Okay, here's an idea. And it's going to sound crazy, but they called the Wright brothers crazy, and so I'm going to just be bold. What if every plane arriving at LAX, instead of landing, just taxis above the city and gives you a free parachute so that you can jump out and land where you want to land? Like if I want to land at my home. Yeah, it's battle bus style. Actually, we could do a collab with Fortnite where we have painted different landing zones around LA. Like this one's Tomato Town or whatever. And you can, it has like a, you know, a bench with some water and a big like target that you can see from the sky. It's like soft. So if you land on it, you know, you don't break your legs or whatever. That could be fucking cool.
International Airport. Its new international terminal here didn't impact landside capacity too much because...
If you're going to Atlanta Airport, You don't have to, and no one can, in fact, drive up to each of these terminals and drop someone off. It's not actually possible. This is all on the airside. You have to take a people mover that goes underneath here to get from one terminal to another.
So while the airport had the space to add another roadway over here, it didn't need to impact the main access road at all. LAX's horseshoe layout, however, restricts how the airport can even expand. In 2021, LAX opened a satellite concourse to its international terminal and connected it with an underground walkway. But continuing to build in this direction would likely require another people mover.
I'm gonna crash out. Stop saying people mover. I've never heard it before this video, and now I'm hearing it every 3 seconds. It feels like you legally can't say train, yeah, or subway, or anything that Americans might crash out over. People mover is so funny.
So, LAX is mainly limited to extending the end of the horseshoe, like its proposal to build Concourse 0 here and Terminal 9 here.
Which you can do, and those planes can still access the runways from there, and you can have roadway capacity to be able to bring people in there.
In 2024, LAX saw more than 76 million passengers. But more places for planes means more people flying in and out of LAX and driving in and out of LAX.
Yeah.
Something the city expects to happen with the 2028 Olympics.
Oh my God, LAX during the Olympics is going... If you look at it from the sky, it's going to have a pentagram because the 5 gates of hell will unlock. And slowly a fucking claw of Satan himself will reach out. It's going to be terrible. It's going to be terrible. I will absolutely not be approaching LAX in any fashion around the Olympics.
The last time LA hosted the Olympics in 1984, LAX added a new terminal and doubled its roadway capacity by adding a second level. This time around, Joshua says adding another level would just disrupt operations and only temporarily fix the problems.
Fuck it.
But
One more
the goal
level.
doesn't have to be indefinitely increasing LAX's capacity. Instead, Joshua says you could expand other nearby regional airports. But its central location and sheer amount of airside capacity will keep LAX on top. And these solves, Joshua says, will help the landside capacity match that airside capacity.
The airside capacity is the jewel. It makes LAX as great as it is. People love to hate it, but they love to hate it because so many people are using it. That actually shows that it's doing something right.
No. That is showing the city of Los Angeles has done something right historically by being a center of metro and commerce. LAX has done nothing right. LA as a city has become big and important and financial power enough. People have to go there for work or for events or for music. Hollywood's done something right. The LAX has done nothing right. 0 things right. All right, I'm done with this video. I guess I'm glad I watched it. It didn't bring me an ounce of happiness, but